This has Jays fans absolutely fired up as the Toronto Blue Jays have made a surprising move that everybody is happy about. We're going to break down that move and discuss what this means going forward, as well as a couple updates surrounding the Jays' pursuit of Alek Bregman. But before we get into all that, folks, quick reminder, hit that subscribe button. If you're enjoying the content and you're a part of the 71% who aren't subscribed to the channel, this is the place to be for daily Jays content. And again, thank you guys for your continued support. We're inching closer and closer to 16,000 subscribers. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot to go over today. Now, obviously, we've been talking about all these different players, Alek Bregman, Pete Alonso, all these different guys. And now you have an update surrounding Alek Bregman and, what the Jays' current situation regarding that is. However, we also have some breaking news that just dropped surrounding the Toronto Blue Jays, and fans are absolutely fired up about it. And it is a familiar face in Kevin Kiermaier. It just broke. Kevin Kiermaier has joined the Blue Jays organization about 5-10 minutes ago as a special assistant, or as he puts it, a special assistant / outfield specialist / outfield whisperer. And we're going to dive into all this. But ladies and gentlemen, in an offseason that's been filled with a bunch of highs and lows, just about 10, 15 minutes ago, Kevin Kiermaier is a Toronto Blue Jay once again in the form of a coach. And we knew as Jays fans how much of a positive impact he had, not only on the Jays team, on the community, everything. He loved to be here. And everyone was talking about bringing him back as an outfield coach. And he basically is. I mean, he's an outfield specialist. He's a special assistant. He's an outfield whisperer. And I absolutely love this. And the Jays haven't been afraid to bring, former players into their coaching staff, whether that be Kevin Kiermaier, Victor Martinez, Edwin Encarnacion, Dante Bichette, all these different guys. And now you have Kevin Kiermaier joining the Jays. And it is a great story. We have a bunch of details surrounding his role. So Kevin Kiermaier just couldn't stay away. I love the people in this organization. There's too much potential and too much talent. There are too many great people to be away from for a year. And this is, of course, coming off of a picturesque World Series win for Kevin Kiermaier, where he got traded from the Jays in exchange for Andrew, not in exchange for Andrew Heaney, but to the Dodgers. And again, for Ryan Yarbrough. And now, as you talk about Kevin Kiermaier, it's all good memories. But regarding what he'll actually bring to the team, just months after capping his 12-year MLB career by winning a World Series ring with the Dodgers, one of the greatest MLB defensive outfielders is joining the Jays as a special assistant. This has been buzzing in the back of Kiermaier's mind for years now. Even last July, when he first shared that the 2024 season would be his last, he was already hinting at the future. I'd always make a joke with the guys about being a special assistant. I'd say, you guys are going to miss me, but I'll be a special assistant one day, and you'll love having me around. It's funny how it came to fruition. I'm just thrilled. This is the dream job of a lifetime. I cannot wait. From a strictly, we're going to dive into all the positives about it, but from a strictly baseball perspective, this is a big move. You now have a well-respected player in the clubhouse with a bunch of veterans. He can help the young guys in the outfield continue to grow. You have Anthony Santander, not young, but you have young guys like Dalton Varsho, Joey Loperfido, all these guys. He can help defensively with those guys. And just having for one, a guy who just came off of winning the World Series in the clubhouse is great as is, but having a guy as well respected as Kevin Kiermaier in this clubhouse is fantastic. And as a Jays fan, there's nothing. It's made me extremely happy. One of the most exciting signings I've seen in a while. We talked about, when the Jays brought in Edwin Encarnacion, all these different things. Kevin Kiermaier has been such a delightful, person to watch, a great player for the media to cover all these different things. And now to have him back in a role that will actually help this team, hopefully going forward, is absolutely fantastic. And I love it. I can't thank them enough. He said they've treated me great for years now. That's why I wanted to keep this relationship going. I love the people in this organization. There's too much potential and too much talent. There are too many great people to be away from for a year. I'm thrilled. Now it's time to get to work. Yes, Kiermaier will still be flying around, shagging fly balls and robbing home runs in batting practice. He doesn't have an off switch when the ball is hit in the air. Kiermaier should immediately connect with the players too, and not just because of his success in the big leagues. It's about how he got there as a 31st round pick who never heralded as the next big thing. There are dozens of young outfielders pouring into Dunedin who want to do the same. This is a fantastic baseball move. Like, obviously, the media aside, the optics aside, this is a great baseball move. You add a guy now who can help with the current baseball team in the major leagues. He can help in the minor leagues with Dunedin. All the outfielders they have, think about Jonathan Clase, a bunch of the outfielders that they have there in the minor leagues. You are now going to set yourself up, even Alan Roden, you're going to set yourself up to have a coach who is well-respected, just one, and he can help the young guys develop and help some defensive, let's say even a guy like Santander who isn't great defensively. I'm sure Kevin Kiermaier will have some advice for him to maybe help turn him into a more capable defender. Like, there's so many positive things with this signing that I'm as happy as I've been for a coach signing. Please just trust me. Let me be a part of this. Let me bounce around. Kiermaier told the Blue Jays, let me offer my services here from top to bottom of the organization. Let me show you what I can do. Let me be the outfield whisperer to these guys. And that is an exciting quote. I mean, he is going to be everywhere, whether that be, helping outfielders, whether it be just being a part. And I am happy we get to continue to talk about Kevin Kiermaier now for the foreseeable future. And it's crazy how a 180 was turned. A guy who stole Alejandro Kirk's sign cards and then went from stealing his playbook sign cards to going now to being a coach for a team that he absolutely adores and loves. And ever since being signed by the Jays, he's been nothing but a positive impact player and a positive influence. A couple years removed. I mean, the Jays rewarded him with that 1 year, $10 million deal last offseason, got traded for an asset at the trade deadline in Ryan Yarbrough. Now to see him come back out, you absolutely love to see that. And let me know down below what your thoughts are. I'm very happy. It's a great move, and I'm glad the Jays were able to bring him back in some capacity. I didn't think it was going to happen this fast. I expected Kevin Kiermaier off for a World Series to take a little bit of a break, maybe the season after this one. He joins the Jays as an outfield assistant, all these different things. Not the case. He is back. He is ready to go, and this is fantastic for the Toronto Blue Jays. There's no other way to say it. And I think from a strictly baseball perspective, let's see what he can do, whether that be developing young guys, whether that be giving some advice to the coaches already around. You have a major league player who just won with the Dodgers. He knows what it takes to win. He was winning in the playoffs with the Rays for a while, constantly competing. He's one of the biggest competitors there is. And now he gets to go out and actually show what he can do when it comes to coaching. And I think he can turn some of our young outfielders like Jonathan Clase and, of course, Alan Rodin into great defenders. I mean, Clase already is. And very similar, play styles, Clase and Kevin Kiermaier. So let me know what your thoughts are on that. Before we wrap up, we do have an update surrounding Bregman that dropped a little bit ago, and it's surrounding the Cubs' pursuit. The Cubs are as serious as any team about this, but the creativity of the contract and the length of the contract continues to be a problem. He really hasn't gotten a 6-year deal for $180 million. So it seems like at this point, according to these reports, that a 6-year deal at $180 million gets the job done for Alex Bregman. And as you start to think about now what this team, again, Alex Bregman's a perfect fit. I mean, 6 years, 180. Do you do that if you're the Jays? Let me know down below. Would you do that deal? Because that's what it would take. Right now, they have an offer 6 years, 156, I believe. Would they go up an extra $24 million to get a guy like Alex Bregman? We saw Ross Atkins come out and say they'd rather go via trade rather than the free agency market. So I don't think they're going to be increasing their offer to that. And as we know from Ken Rosenthal, it's the Cubs, the Tigers, the Red Sox, the Jays, and the Astros. And none of those teams are near $180 million. There's also been reports that the Astros have increased their initial offer, but that they still aren't near what Bregman wants. 6 years, 180 is a lot for the player that Alex Bregman is. I mean, you're talking about, $30 million a year. Yes, he's a very good player. He's going to be on the decline, and he's not going to be, that contract's not going to age well in years 3 to 6. But I mean, you are in a win now window if you're the Jays. And if you want to go ahead, get ownership's permission, it's not our money. You get ownership's permission and you say, hey, let's go out and just get the guy. 6 years, 180. It probably gets it done, even though he doesn't want to be a Toronto Blue Jay. It probably gets it done. And let us know down below what your thoughts are. His contract is starting to, he is the last big fish remaining on free agency. A couple other guys as well. But when it comes to big stars, he is the guy remaining. But let me know what your thoughts are. And also let me know, are you happy that Kevin Kiermaier is back as a Blue Jay, as a coach? You got to be pretty excited about it. Hopefully he can do some big things. And hopefully he can continue to lead this team. And hopefully bring them to a big win. And of course, as we continue to cover this, we're going to keep you up to date with all the latest news. So make sure to subscribe button. Hopefully the Jays make a big move soon. Probably in the form of a trade. Either way, thank you guys for watching. See you later. Cheers.